Have you been trying to start a mobile auto detailing business? Do you already have a mobile detailing business but can't quite get over the hump? Here at Team Beast Mode, we'll find all the dirty cars you can wash. Get paid every day 100% of each detail. Expand your business and work only the hours you want to work. Our packages include free on-demand training from some of the top professionals in the industry. Team Beast Mode professional online marketing for only auto detailers. Click the link to get started.
That discount that they done talked you down to, and then you do the process, now they're going to complain about, well, you didn't get right here, and you didn't get right here, and you didn't get right here. Some of the complainers, man. There's complainers. They complain.
See, I tell people I live by a motto. What I know, what I've learned over the years in detailing, it didn't come free to me, and guess what? It ain't going to be given free to you.
Yeah, that's right.
So if you want...
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I said, so if you want what I have to offer, I'm going to give you instantly more than you give, because I have a standing rule, and this is just me. Not anyone else, and I don't expect anyone else to do this, but every time I detail somebody's car, I always go back to in a week or 2 weeks later and give them a free wash. People say, why do you do that? Because I'm letting you know I'm not here to take your money. I'm here to provide a service. I said, because I was raised up to believe he who is greatest among you shall be your servant.
Hey, where my book and pencil at?
Yo,
I need to start doing that.
That's good. Cause we got like on Team Beast Mode. Bobby, I hope you don't get offended by this if I say we got old school, right? We got new school. That's you, Brandon, and we got the female perspective, and we got like the mid-level, like Randy and myself. Well, I would say I'm like more like the street type. That's me. That's me. I remember this lady had bought a coupon from Living Social from me, and I went out there to detail. Of course, she had a minivan, so I went out there. I seen the minivan. I showed up early. I detail in a tie, so I came out with my tie. I'm looking good. I got my shades on. Took my headphones out my ear. Like basically, when I walked on there, I looked like money. I always looked like don't even play with me, right? So I come out there, and she's like, she's cleaning out the van, right? And I'm looking at the van, and I said, ma'am, this is gonna cost you an additional $75. She said, well, I already paid XYZ. I said, yeah, I know, but it doesn't cover this kind of detail. I said, your van is destroyed, right? No offense, but your van is destroyed. And in order for me to get this back to where I want to get it, to where you need it, this is what I have to do, right? And she said, well, can you just skip all that and just give me what I paid for? I said, no. If you read the contract, it says XYZ. That's what's so important about reading. Definitely check out my ebooks. But if you read the contract, it says XYZ, right? That if you have a filthy car, then it's an additional charge. And this is obviously one of those cases, right? And so she was willing to pay for it. Now, I never seen the customer again, but that's cool because I got thousands of them. Thousands of them, man. So we kind of going over time right now, so I want to put this last question out, and then we're gonna go ahead and get off the phone. And I appreciate everybody calling in, man, for our first podcast, Team Beast Mode podcast, man. And I hope like 10 years from now we can look back and say, wow, we were so crazy. So anyway, let me put this out to you, Randy. Would you agree with this statement? Too much work can kill you, and too little work can kill you. Would you agree with that?
Definitely.
Randy?
Definitely.
Okay. So how do you find the balance?
you just take it how it comes. In detailing, you never know what's going to be put on your plate. You never know what's going to be on your. You might end up doing something that it's detailing, but it's not so much related to detailing. For a customer, it's just the way it comes. I would say that once you're in the business for a while, and once you see how things go, because it seems that after years that you're into this, there's kind of a pattern.
Yeah.
So you can kind of guess how things are going to go. So you can be prepared if you've got too much work, or if you don't have enough work, you can be prepared for that as well.
What about you, Bobby?
Well, I am, if you would say, maybe old school, something I learned when I was in the military.
Okay, go ahead.
All this balance, if you do what is right, the balance is going to come, because you will get yourself to a point, there are things you can walk away from. And I tell people right now, Brandy and I have this conversation all the time. She says, Bobby, you actually walk away from jobs. I said, oh, yeah. I said, you have to learn to leave certain things alone. I said, because it's not that the job is beneath me. It's just I realize I've put myself in a position where I don't have to take in and everything that comes along anymore. And so what I do with it is, if it's a crazy situation, I would very kindly, gently say, my schedule is full. I would love to accommodate you, but I can't. But I have some friends who might be able to accommodate you, and I would put in a good word for you, and maybe they can accommodate you. But I'm busy right now, But if you want to wait, which is maybe 3 weeks to a month or 2 months out, I would try to work with you. And I leave with this price. Leave with the statement every time. I said the price.
You ain't get no detail today.
Right. I leave with this statement. The price is the price. The price is non-negotiable. The more you try to negotiate with me, the steeper the price going to get, my friend. Because, see, now you're negotiating. And I've done contract negotiation for the government before, and those guys get paid $300 to $500 an hour. So if you want to do contract negotiation, you're going to have to pay for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't let the customer put the price of your service, man. They don't. I don't do that. Like, when I set a price, if that's what it's gonna be, that's how much I'm worth, man. You can't let them put a price on your work. You got to know what you're worth. If you do great work, they're gonna pay for great work. Cause I'm telling you, the cheap people, they want the most, man.
Okay. Y'all say that, but how about I'm like, look, I just started my detailing business. I'm struggling a little bit. I'm just playing devil advocate for a second. I'm struggling a little bit, man. I'm just trying to get some work, right? And now let's say it's really a $300 detail, but she want it done for $150. What do you say?
Okay. Can I say something? I can answer that question because I've been there before. When I first got started, I'm not going to say now because we're a company and I don't want to create any waves, but there's a Fortune 500 company which we all use every day, their product line, and I will tell you offline, as all of you offline, who the company is. I bid it for a contract, and there was a gentleman in the room. He was of Asian descent. He was bidding against me, and I was so happy when they announced in the room that I had won the contract. Man, I'm jumping up and down. I'm high-fiving. Me and my partner at the time, I'm like, man, we won that contract. And in my arrogant state at that time, the old man walked out the room, and I said, hey, man, we won that contract. I hope it ain't no hard feelings. And I'm like, but, hey, we just was the best. We had the best price. We was the best one in the game, yada, yada, yada. And the old Asian guy in the stern face, he says, I was going to use the proceeds from that contract, young man, to send my granddaughter to college.
Wow.
And me being who I am, it's stung me. And I'm looking like, and then it hit me. He wasn't trying to win I'm here trying to win a contract because I was working a full-time job at the time. I was just trying to make more money, and nothing wrong with that. But he was trying to change the destiny of another generation, and I just wanted more pocket money. He had more skin in the game than me. I got the contract. A year later, that company has a history to this day. Every time they have a new regional manager take over one of their substations, that new manager's job is his only job is to reduce the operating overhead of that substation. So if you got a contract, me and you, Todd, Randy, Brandon, if we have a contract and say we are doing X number of vehicles for them, that new substation manager, his only job is the moment he hits the floor is to come in when that contract is up and say, guys, y'all going to have to renegotiate the contract. And if you're making, I'm going to say, $10,000 a month, I got to cut that down to 5. Wait a minute, dude, but I'm doing the same amount of work and you taking half of the money from me. Take it or leave it. That taught me something, what Randy was just saying. I don't negotiate my price. It is what it is. You sometimes, to get in the game, it's okay to take something, but don't take a long-term situation, because that long-term situation is like signing a lease. Getting in is easy. Getting out becomes pure hell. And what does it do to you mentally, emotionally, and every other way while you're having to serve through that tumultuous time? So from that, I learned, I understand you gotta bite the bullet sometime, but be very careful how much of the bullet you bite. And I would say, don't bite it for long. Okay. I go over here and do this job today for this, but I'm not jumping on board to do this job for the next 6 years, for the next whatever for you. Because remember, once you do that, they expect it. Mind you, I left the company. Another company took over. They were charging less. 6 months later, I get a phone call. We want you to come back to take care of our vehicles. This was the same guy who threw me out. I said, thank you, sir, but no thank you. But you didn't want me in here. You got me out of here. Why should I come back and lower my standards and who I am to be a part of something when your predecessor, when the next guy comes along, I'm going to go through the same thing again. No, thank you. I'm done. I'm out. I would much rather stay out. And I never, ever, that's when you and I was talking about dealing with dealerships. I don't deal with dealerships, man, because I got myself into a situation with a dealership one time where me and this guy, and as you was talking about, Ty, when you got in that little scuffle when you was a teenager, I almost went to blows with this guy over money because the guy had the money, but he didn't want to pay me because he wanted to go do other things, party with the money. I don't do dealerships no more.
Yeah, that's exactly. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I said, so that's the reason all I can tell a new detailer, take something short for a day, for a week, maybe for a month, but don't get into no long-term situation because all you're doing is hurting yourself.
Yeah, don't make it a habit.
Right.
That's wisdom. That's wisdom. That is wisdom. Do not make it a habit.
Right. I do it for a day, and the next thing I want to leave everybody with, and I was telling someone yesterday, some of the videos I made yesterday to put up for us, I said to this guy, he was telling me, he says, well, they want to do this car for this amount of money. I said, no, we're not negotiating that amount of money. I said, the price is non-negotiable. I said, I would much rather go home early than to negotiate. I said, because if you tell me that you're driving a $100,000 car and you arguing with me over a $40 to $50 wash, that's something wrong here. That's something real wrong. You can afford a $100,000 car, but you can't afford to pay me $40 to $50 to do this car. Or better yet, you want a full detail, but you don't want to pay me $450, but you just paid the dealership $100,000 for this car. You have the means. You just don't respect what I do, and you don't respect what I am. So guess what? I don't need to have you as a customer.
Boom, drop the mic. I'm gone.
So, and I know that sounds hard, but when you're trying to do this business, you got to set some standards and live by. And those standards go both ways. You have to do the same quality of work that you are charging for and more.
Yeah, that's true.
I had a
customer.
I
don't know about you guys, man, but I am learning a lot tonight.
You know, I have a customer I just got back in February. Those Mustangs that I put up on my Facebook page, Ty, you saw. That gentleman went to a car show, and he was telling me, man, I'm going out to this car show, yada, 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 yada. He didn't ask me before he could complete the sentence. You give me the date and time where the car show is at. I'm going to be there to make sure that car is maintained, that there's no fingerprints until that car show is over. He said, well, you don't have to do that. I said, and that is no charge to you. That's my guarantee to you that I'm going to do everything that I can to help us win this show.
Ooh.
Come out there, one of the big TV3 newscasters that used to be ABC newscaster, used to be on TV here. He was the grand judge of the show. Oh, I got paid nothing, but guess what? I walked out of there with 20 confirmed details.
Beast mode.
And all I did was take some detail spray and wipe the car down. Every 45 minutes, walk around the show, high five it with a couple of people, have a good time. And the one guy that was friends with him, he says, I pay a guy $200 to go every show with me. I says, it wasn't me. See, you got the wrong guy. Got him as a customer on the spot. So that's what I'm saying. As well as you demand things and set high standards for your customers, you have to set high standards for yourself.
Aye.
And you got to be willing.
Don't give him too much. Don't give him too much in the first podcast, man. You got to stretch out his knowledge.
Fire. That is fire. That is fire right there. I want to say I felt the Holy Ghost, but I don't want to be like blasphemy. I felt something, though. Something like chills went down my spine, though. Like right there. Yo,
and like
powerful, Bobby. Powerful.
And some of the things I've told you, Ty, some of the shows that I've told you about, because I'm not going to say them in the podcast because I don't want to get into any legal trouble, but some of the shows I've been to, I got in those shows, man, doing just what happened, because the one show that me and you talked about quite a few times that comes out here, I got in there, and because of doing a customer's car, because the customer told the owner of the show, if my guy can't come, guess what? I ain't bringing my car. All right, okay. Because when you do right, as we said earlier, when you do right by people, people going to do right by you.
Yeah, that's true, man. That's the golden rule, man. That's been proven over and over and over again, man.
When you do high-quality work, and I always tell people, charge a fair price, but stop gouging people.
Yeah.
I believe in charging a fair, equitable price, but don't gouge nobody. And if you're going to charge a price, I don't care if it's $10, at least give them $25 to $30 worth of work.
Hey, that's beast mode. Because one thing for sure, the guy who charged $10 down the street, he's going to give you like $3 worth of work. That's number one. But if you charge $10 and you give them $25 worth of work, guaranteed that customer's coming back to you every single time. And that's the contract.
And bringing people.
And he going to send somebody.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, I says, you got to do right by people. I says, and there have been people who have done me wrong. But guess what? My thing of it is, I'm not going to get into the mudslinging. We're not going to get into the back and forth. What I'm going to do of it is, I'm going to make a note of that. I'm going to approach that person in private, one-on-one, and say, sir, ma'am, what you did there, I really didn't appreciate, and I would hope, and I would beg and pray that we don't have to enter into this kind of interaction again. If it ever happens again, I finish my work, and I leave, and I would never be seen again.
I'm going to tell you one thing. This is an awesome podcast. But I got to cut it off. Because I got work in the morning. I got something to do, Bobby. I got to be up early. You dropping it. We dropping it. And we definitely want to try and do this. What month is it right now? We're going into May, right?
Tuesday is May.
Yeah.
Tuesday is May.
All right. So we got 7 months left.
Right.
Year, and so we want to drop at least seven more podcasts. At least do this once a month. And if things work out, maybe we can do it every couple weeks in a month, and just chop it up like this, because this is worth gold.
Yeah.
The information that everybody dropped is awesome.
Yeah.
It's worth gold. And I'm going to put it on everything I can. I'll tell you guys about it tomorrow. But, I got some stuff. I got some stuff. But
right.
We'll drop it off. We'll drop it off tomorrow, man. So I want to definitely thank all the listeners who listen to this. I want you guys to definitely like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. Those who have not signed up for Team Beast Mode, please click the link below to go ahead and get started with your interview, and we're gonna go ahead and set you up with everything that you need to have a successful mobile detailing business. So until next time, grind time. Hey, you guys have a great night.
All right, man.
All right.
And I'm gonna upload this ASAP. All right.
Okay.
All right. Bye, guys.
All right, guys.
Bye.
All right,
Later.
guys. Y'all take it easy.
You too.